Hey everyone, welcome to another Sit Down with Michael Franzese. Hope everybody is doing well. All is very good, very blessed on this end, my friends. And as always, I give all the praise, honor, glory, and thanksgiving to our God for that. I have to address this recent incident in Minneapolis with that woman that was shot by an ICE agent. Tragically, unfortunately, we don't want to see anybody killed in any protest or demonstration or anything like that. But let me give you my take on this. And this has nothing to do with Democrat, Republican, whatever. This is my take on all of this, and I'm going to go all the way back to George Floyd really quickly. I've been arrested 18 times. 18 times. I've been indicted 7 times, tried 5 times, been in prison, you know the whole bit. Every single time I was arrested by a police officer holding a gun, I did one thing: put my hands out in front of me or behind me. They put the handcuffs on, I got in the car, and I went through the process. That's what you do. When you resist arrest or you do something to get away from the cops that are having guns on them, cops that are trained, to kill you if they need to, this is their training, or to put you down in some way, why would you fight with them? Why? It makes no sense. If you want to protest, protest. There is a legal and safe way to protest. But to be in your car driving off when somebody's knocking on your door, a guy with a gun, and you're practically maybe running him over, and again, I don't know, I'm not going to dissect the video. But if this situation is even remotely possible, why are you messing with it? That's all I'm saying. Get out and protest the right way. And you don't have to worry about stuff like this. And I'm going back to George Floyd. And I'm going to tell you this. It was tragic what happened to George Floyd. Nobody wanted to see him die. Yes, it's old news. But the aftermath of George Floyd, come on. This was a career criminal. A career criminal who was running away or trying to get away from the cops after he just committed a crime. Possibly. The cops have guns on them. Why would you mess with them? It's insane. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. Bottom line, if you're going to get arrested and deal with it later. And for all you people in blue states, what are you worried about? You're going to get out in an hour with no bail anyway. Go rob a store, go do what you got to do. You're getting out. There's no bail. So what are you resisting arrest for? We're hearing in the last couple of years, people with 15, 16, 17, 18 arrests out on the street committing more crimes. So why would you risk arrest? You don't even have to worry about going to jail anymore in a blue state. So you in the blue states, just put the handcuffs on and go get out an hour later. That's number one. And let me tell you something about George Floyd. They shouldn't be erecting, statues to this guy. I mean, come on. The world doesn't need another wine. It really needs a reason to raise a glass again. A reason that's real. A reason that means something. Because most people, they drink to forget. We drink to remember where we came from, what we stand for, and who we still fight to become. We don't follow trends, we break them. Our bottles don't look like anyone else's because our story, it isn't like anyone else's. It's about freedom, about redemption, about family. That's what's inside every bottle. So, to the ones who think different, who live different, who drink different, salute. Really? And again, I'm not going right or wrong. I don't want him to die. It was tragic what happened. And if the officer made a mistake, he's already in jail. He's paying for it. But none of this would happen if you just do what you're supposed to do and put the handcuffs on and go to jail and then follow the process. And why would you mess with people that have guns, that are trained to shoot you? It makes no sense. So all you protesters out there, stop. And I'm going to tell you this again. The reason these things are happening, it's because of the rhetoric that's coming from the top. All this stuff to go after ICE agents. You're telling these people to go after people with guns. The ICE agents are not out there targeting you to shoot you right away. They're looking to arrest you. if you're violating the law. That's their job. That's what they were trained to do. And let me tell you something. Many of these ICE agents, they're Democrats. They're not all Republicans. They're not all right-wingers. They're family people. They're enforcing the law that Congress made for them. So don't get mad at them. They're doing their job. They're enforcing the law. If they overstep, that's another issue altogether. But for you to outwardly resist them when they're trying to do their job, when they're carrying guns, when they're trained to shoot you, when they're trained to protect themselves, when they can be doing it in self-defense, you're the problem, not them. You know, I'm going to tell you something. On the street, in this country, Cosa Nostra, we were told not to retaliate against law enforcement, not to go after agents or cops, not to go after prosecutors or judges, not to hurt somebody else's family. We weren't allowed to do that because we knew it's stupid. It doesn't do anything, and you're going to lose ultimately. So instead of these idiot politicians, these self-serving, hypocritical politicians, instead of telling their people, follow the law, don't you dare go after these ICE agents. If you want to protest, protest peacefully. If you think you have a need to do that, but don't you dare, they're doing their job. Let us go after Congress and let us go after the lawmakers and let us go after the people in charge if we want to, monitor this situation better. But you, the public, you cannot win. So don't go after these people. But these idiot politicians, these self-serving idiot politicians who don't give a damn about their constituents, I don't care what they say, they're the ones that are raising the temperature and telling you to go after these agents because they don't give a damn about you. They only want to go anti-Trump, anti-Republican, because it's all the Democrats that are telling you to do this. It's all the progressives because they don't give a damn about you. Not one bit. This idiot Governor Pritzker in Illinois, okay, this moron Newsom in California, that idiot Tim Walz, the Mameluke of the year in my view, okay, instead of protecting his people and telling them, you're not going to win, do not go after law enforcement in a violent way, protest peacefully, let us handle it, that's our job. No, instead they heighten the rhetoric. Jasmine Crockett, AOC, all of these people, because they don't give a damn about their people. That's the bottom line. They're worried about their own positions, their own jobs, their own appointments. That's all they care about. Trust me on that. So it's the tragic incident with this woman. And by the way, you may not know this, but the ICE agent that shot this woman, okay, a year ago in Minneapolis, was in the same circumstance, was dragged over 100 yards by another protester in a car that dragged him 100 yards. He was hospitalized, got 33 or 34 stitches as a result of that. So this guy already had an incident. So maybe he acted quickly. I don't know. But he had a prior situation like this where he was dragged 100 yards. You don't know what these guys are thinking? I want to tell you this really quickly. I was 19 years old. I was on 3rd Avenue protesting the FBI. We were picketing the FBI with Joe Colombo's Italian American Civil Rights League, right? 3rd Avenue and 69th Street. I walk across the street from the picket line. I went to get something to eat. I had my mother and my girlfriend there at that time. As I'm walking back to go enter the picket line again, what do you think happens? Some guy comes by in a car, a bunch of guys in a car, and they yell to me, you guineas, you wops, get out of here. They were starting, bad names for Italians. So I yelled back at the guy. Stupid. I was 19 years old, right? A cop said, hey, you, stop it. Get back in the line. Shut your mouth. And when he said that, I got mad at him. I said, what are you telling me that for? Why don't you go tell the guy that called us guineas and wops? And he made another remark to me, and one thing led to another. I throw a punch at him. I hit him. Within seconds, he pulled out his billy club. I had 3 or 4 cops on top of me, beat me up with their sticks, dragged me across the street, threw me in a paddy wagon. And then what happened after that, Joe Colombo, I had to go down to court. I had to go down to the courthouse. They booked me for attacking or hitting a cop. It was later dismissed or broken down to disorderly conduct or whatever. But I learned right then and there, you don't go put an act of violence against a cop, you can't win. I learned it at that age, 19 years old. So the next 18 times that I got arrested, here you go, officer, or FBI agent, whatever the hell you are, take me down, I'll go through the process. You can't win. And these idiot politicians on top that are telling you, okay, to resist arrest and to go after the ICE agents, they don't care about you. They're idiots. They're self-serving, hypocritical morons. I'm sorry. And I can say it like this because they're causing people to die. It's not Trump. Trump is sending his agents out there to do their job, not to kill people, to arrest people. I get so upset because they get up there and they twist it and they're blaming Trump. Let me tell you something, Tim Walz and all you ineffective people out there that are running these governors, Newsom, Pritzker, all of you people. The only reason Trump is sending people into your community is because you failed. Chicago, Pritzker, you want to, every weekend people are dying for years. Years. You're not doing a damn thing about it. That's why there's police and agents in there on the federal side to protect the people that you're not protecting. The same thing with Tim Walz. The same thing with Newsom. If they were doing their damn jobs, nobody would have to be there. The same thing in Washington, D.C. And look at the result. They cleaned it up because they care about the people and you phonies and hypocrites don't. That's the bottom line. Let me hear your comments on this. And I know some people, oh, this is not about Trump. Stop with that Trump nonsense. This is about the truth and the reality of what's really happening. And Tim Walz doing anything to deflect now because of the money that was stolen from taxpayers under his watch. And we'll find out if he benefited financially. We know he benefited because the Somalis that are accused of this huge fraud were the ones that voted for him in great part. Him, Ilhan Omar, okay, worth what, $45,000 in 2019 and now is worth $30 million. Figure that one out. A lot should happen. But then again, I'm going to say this one more time. I addressed it in my last video. What's going to happen to them? Congress, we're investigating all of this and nobody gets held accountable. Nobody. I'm so tired of this. Start arresting these people, indicting these people. They're robbing the taxpayers. All of them. I know the drill. And yes, the reason I'm so mad today is because a woman got killed. I don't know what that woman was doing there in the first place. Driving her car in protest. What was she doing there? She's a mother. This didn't have anything to do with her personally. What is she doing there? Guys, get a hold of the women. Don't let them put themselves in a situation, a stupid situation where something like this could happen. And I don't know. I don't know if she had a guy or not. I'm not saying that. I don't know what the personal thing. I heard maybe she was a lesbian. I don't know. But whatever. What the hell is she doing there? Go mind your child or protest peacefully on the street. For God's sakes, people, wake up. Wake up. And you know the bottom line is, I keep harping on this, they do not care about you. It's a farce. If Tim Walz cared about you, when the whistleblowers who are now coming forward advised him that was a lot of fraud going on with the Somali population, Ilhan Omar, he would have done something about it. But instead he kept quiet, maybe even earned from it. We'll see. But he let the people of his state and the people of the United States be robbed. Their taxpayer money, and he had children that were supposed to get care. Didn't get it. Did not get it. That's Tim Walz. And now he wants to get up and throw his chest out. Oh, a woman was killed today. And you know, these bad ICE agents, you caused it, Tim Walz. You put your people in harm's way because you didn't advise them properly and tell them you don't go after law enforcement because you can't win. George Floyd didn't show you that? People that go against the police didn't show you that? You should, if this was my family, I would tell them, I told my son, you ever get arrested, you shut your mouth, both my boys, put your hands out, get handcuffed, and give me a call. And we'll deal with it. Don't you ever resist arrest. Don't you ever try to hit a cop. Don't ever do it. But they don't care about you. They're phonies, hypocrites, liars, and frauds. And it's about time It's about time they're held accountable and we expose them for what they are. Don't let them gaslight you anymore. That's it for today, my friends. How do I always leave you, my friends? Same way. Be safe. Stop going after law enforcement. You cannot win. This tragedy in Minnesota should show you that. Please be safe. Ladies, watch yourself. God bless each and every one of you. God bless your families, your relatives, your relationships, your loved ones, your communities, your neighborhoods, your cities, your states. And God bless America. And please, God bless our leaders. Make them responsible and make them do the right thing. And you know what? If they get biblical principles, they will do the right thing. Take care, my friends. I'll see you next time.